rock band called Spectre, and we like to play music. We like to use guitars and drums and synthesizers and whatever we can find to serve the songs, which are often about love and nostalgia, but also about enjoying the present.
Having a fun time.
Yeah, having a fun time.
That's very eloquent, isn't it? Well, we should write that down.
Well, these guys are going to write it down.
Oh, that's good, but we haven't written down, so I'm not having it down. Me and Fred were at school together, and we did music together when we were younger, and then
We used to get up to all sorts of antics. Chris was one of those kids. He was 15. He got into smoking. A couple of the lads, went around managed to buy packs of cigarettes. Convinced the shopkeepers, the barkeepers,
I really
well, that they were 16 years
Fred
old.
had a big beard when he was about 15, and he's the only person I knew that looked like he was about 30,
So he asked me if I would go and buy him some cigarettes. Me, I've always found smoking simply abhorrent, but I wanted Chris to like me. I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be accepted. Sure, I was a fat child. I was larger than some. I actually had a 36 waist, age 14. Think about that. I looked like a monster. I was grotesque. My father tried to harpoon me in my own garden, trying to throw the body in the local pond. I survived because I had so much blubber. Much like a small whale, a sperm whale, I survived the harpoon attack. Anyway, fast forward 3 years, I was 17. Me and this guy getting up to no good. My parents thought he was a bad influence. His parents thought I was a bad influence. But the only influence in our life was the influence of sweet, sweet rock and roll. Him with his guitar, which he called Mary. Me with my voice, which I called my voice. I didn't really ever understand why he had to come up with a pet name for his guitar. We were jamming. I hope you like jamming too. We decided that our life should be dedicated, at least in some small part, to music. And then fast forward again, I'm sorry to move this so quickly, 19 years old, Chris takes me aside and says, I'm fed up with it. I don't want to do music. I want to be an architect. I said, how could you? After everything, after my beard, age 14, after the cigarettes, the harpoon, the high jinks, the low jinks, the medium jinks.
Was that your ambition to be an architect?
Go on, tell him. You tell him what really happened. You tell him what you told me.
Well, me and Fred fell out really badly over a girl.
Was that before or after you went out with my ex-girlfriend?
Before and after. And then we went our separate ways, and then Fred started sending me some music that he'd been writing. I thought it was pretty good.
He makes it sound like I came back with my tail between my legs. He came to me and said, I hate my job, I hate my life. I said, you know what, Chris, I hate your job, I hate your life, but we can sort this.
I said wife, not life.
Oh, wife. Yeah, he got a divorce. I said it's me or her, not in terms of me and him or him and her.
Music.
Music, it's together. We put our minds together, something happens. It's like lightning. It's like our brains. We can't see it. We can barely talk about it, but we know it's there. It's a connection. It's a very certain type of love. A musical love. A spirit, a combined spirit. A duality, if you will.
I think when you're younger, I guess.
Actually, I really wanted to be a rock star, I'm not going to lie. That was my ambition.
Still time.
And I had to admit it to myself that inside I wanted to be a rock star. I don't know if I'm a rock star yet, but I definitely rock. Yeah.
Jed's my rock, and not my star. I think our ambitions, it's weird, your ambitions change. Every time you achieve something that you think you wanted to achieve, you suddenly realize that you wanted to achieve something else. So you might say, oh, we want to play to 100 people. The second you play to 100 people, you don't sit around high-fiving and say, oh, we played to 100 people. You want to play to 101 people next, And it always continues like that. That's the worrying thing about ambition is it's this kind of moving horizon that you can never catch up with. That actually makes kind of creative endeavors relentlessly, crushingly disappointing.
No, but that's why you've got to do
That's
things
why
yourself.
you've got to do it while it lasts.
I would never expect it to. If you asked me a year ago, would you ever go to Malaysia and be part of No.
Why wouldn't you want to go to Malaysia?
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't want to go, but I would never foresee myself coming there. And now we're here, and it's great, and I'm in Malaysia.
Well, I think what actually has to happen is that the record labels need to realise there's another way of doing things, which is not this kind of...
I think it's a good thing because for too long record labels have been doing nothing and taking 80% of artists' money, and it's about time they realised how hard everyone else works and how they haven't been working hard, and I'm glad that their money's been taken from them because they don't deserve it. The people who work at Universal and Sony and Warner Brothers don't deserve all the money.
Although in this our experience in Asia, the record labels are much more progressive.
Well, that's what they understand. That nowadays you're not going to be selling millions of CDs. You can steal music and have it for free, and it's forcing people to be creative. And record labels haven't been creative since the '60s, so it's kind of.
I think it's actually quite interesting. It means that you have to. It changes the way modern music represents people because they can just get it for free like a tap, and so it changes the way we grew up with music. We were probably the last generation to buy CDs every week and think, spend all our money on them. That actually, it means you have to shift your mindset and adapt and be creative in the way you are, change the way you're understanding what music is. And I think that's some fundamental levels change.
Celebrating the 5th anniversary.
That's really nice.
The 5th anniversary of us breaking up after a big argument in the Kuala Lumpur TOPMAN. I want the blue jacket. No, I want the blue jacket. No, I want the blue jacket. No, I want the blue jacket. Chris is angry because Tom's got the jacket he wanted.
I cried.
Who do you think would look better in this jacket? Blondie or Blonde?